Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls, coming to you from the West Coast. I have a really fun three-dimensional Christmas card that I made that I'm going to show you tonight. Looks like this. And there's the back. You can see from the inside. Folds flat, just like that. But it opens up and it's just, it's lovely from the side, but look how pretty it is from the front. You can see that Christmas tree in there with those beautiful wreaths, with beautiful ornaments on the side. So fun. Let me show you how it's made. I'm going to start with our embellishments, or the sides. So I cut circles with circle nesting dies. This is a 4-inch circle, and then I went down 2, and I cut them out of glitter card and out of black, and you can see I didn't quite have enough, but and I did it, layered them up just for a little bit of strength. Then I took a 4-inch circle, not cut out, but just the 4-inch circle in the gold mirror card, and I used the Crafter's Companion Create-A-Card Nostalgic Christmas Create-A-Card, which is a 4x4 die, and I just cut that circle into the 4-inch die, just like that, to give me a nice decorative panel in gold within that circle. And I'm just going to glue that onto the green circle, just like this. And I did that twice, so I did one earlier. So I've got 2 of those. Okay. Set those to the side. Then I made my wreath, and I need 2 of these. So I cut the same circle, and then I cut a whole bunch of foliage and a little red bow. And the foliage is from the Frosty and Bright Christmas, or Sarah Signature from Crafter's Companion. It's the Christmas tree foliage, and it's these 3 foliage dies. And I just cut a bunch of it in different greens. And I'm just going to layer those on my green mirror, or my green glitter card. And this does take a bit, so patience. Ribbon on with my 3D glue gel. I'm just going to pick whatever spot I want. And then I'm going to set this to one side while I build my card. Okay, so I got 2 of those. Now my card base itself, these are 1.5 by 8.5, and I scored it 4 and 8, and I got 4 of those. And we're going to glue these together to create 2 4x4 squares. All right. So you just get it even at that edge and on the top and bottom. And then we're going to go and do the same. And you want it to be able to go flat. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten it and glue those together. And then I need 2 of those. Okay, so there's 1. Now before I do anything else, I've got strips of card. These are just 1 1/4, or just shy of that size. So I'm going to go ahead and mat those on. Okay, so I've got my 2 4x4 squares. And now I'm going to put these, they're going to stack on top of each other, but I'm going to put them together using, if I can get them out of here, using my circles to hold them apart. Okay, so they're going to go like this and this, and then my wreaths are going to go on the other side, and this one's going to go on the opposite. So we're going to start, I'm just going to start with it flat, and I'm going to put them straight, and we're going to, let's see, I'll put this up here so you can see it. So that's on the 9-inch line, and this is on the 4, so that'll make that card 5 inches high. Okay, and my circles are 4, so I'm going to make it, it's going to be 6, that's 2 wide, so we're going to go about 5.5. And then I'm going to put glue at the top and the bottom to hold okay, so make sure they're straight. Just like that. Now we're going to flip it over, and we want to put the other one on the opposite side, which really is this side. Move it back up. Okay, so this one's going to go over here. So again, we're going to put some glue right in the middle. Get it straight. Line this up. And press down. There. So that's half my card. Okay. Now before I put the other sides on, I've got a Christmas tree that I'm going to hang, or that I'm going to put in the center. And to do that, so this Christmas tree is from Honeybee Stamps, and it's a die and then an embossing folder, and it's got stencils and stuff, but I didn't use that. I just cut it out of mirror card and then embossed it, and then I cut it twice, so I glued them back to back, and then I used some glitter glue to decorate, and it's going to go right in the center, but I got to have something to put it on. So I've got some strips that are 5.5 inches by 3/4 of an inch. And these are going to go in the top and in the bottom. So we're going to score these so that they're 5.5 and it's 4 inches across. So that's at 3/4 of an inch. We're going to score it. Top and bottom. So it's 5.5, so I scored it 3/4 and 4 3/4. And that gives me a 4-inch piece in the middle and a 3/4 inch glue tab. And I always fold one way and one the other. And it's basically like creating a box card. And you're going to put one on the top, like right here, and one on the bottom, parallel. And you want them even. So I am going to measure and put a little mark. I should have done this before I put it together too, but that's the way it goes. So I'm going to put a little mark at the 2-inch line. That's where my centerpiece is going to go. Okay, I'll show you in a second, because that's the middle. And do the same thing on the bottom. If I do it this way, you'll be able to see. What's this one? Okay, so there's a little mark 2 inches in on each side, and that's where I want this part, the fold to go right there, and then this one's going to go on that side like that, just straight up and down. Okay, so we're going to use some wet glue so I can get it in there. This is kind of like creating a little, like a box card or something. And we're going to put it right at even with the top on both sides. Just like that. And then it should fold flat. Okay, so there's the top part. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, now that creates my little box card. Folds flat. It is a little bit large. It is 5.5 by 8. So it's 5.5 by 8. But it's very cool. So I'm going to glue my Christmas tree onto my little flaps like this. And then you're going to put your wreaths over here just like I put these on. Okay, but see, it'll fold flat. And now I can put my wreaths on. Decide which one you like best because it's going to go on the front. I'll do this one. So I put some glue there, some glue there. Okay, and there we go. Well done. Isn't that fun? I love that. I think that is so cool. Anyway, and it folds flat. Just like that. Fun, fun, fun. Well, thanks for watching.